By being concerned about the bigger things in our life, we often don't pay attention to tiny details that could make our life easier. You may think you know everything about the things you own, but that proves to be wrong as new ways to use everyday items are getting discovered on the internet. From a simple eraser to your everyday spatula, there is more to these items than you may realize. Let's take a look at some of the hidden purposes of our everyday items that can change your whole perspective on how you use them in the future. Double-colored eraser. Have you ever owned a double-colored eraser? One side darker and the other side lighter? If you believe the rumors and try to remove pen stains using the darker side, then you aren't the only one to fall for this lie. Though it's true that they are both designed for different uses, the soft end is used to erase any pencil marks or spots for a light grade paper that we normally use. This is because the darker side of the eraser would tear up the light quality paper. The darker side was made for grainy art paper where the marks are much harder to remove. The darker side is tough and it doesn't wither away on the grainy surface of thicker paper like normal erasers do. Now you know why your normal paper would break apart when you tried to use the darker end of the eraser. Metal plate on your stapler. Have you ever wondered what that little metal plate at the bottom of your stapler is for? Turns out that the metal plate wasn't just there to provide extra press to secure your pins. When you use it as it is, it'll just staple your paper like usual. But when you flip the metal plate upside down and staple the paper again, you'll see that the back of the pin that used to fold inward is now facing outwards. This is an old method of stapling documents known as pinning. We all know it's a hassle to pull out a stapler pin, so using the pinning method, you can remove the pin easily without worrying about ripping a hole in your important paper. Tiny pockets. If you are one of those people who think the tiny pockets on your jeans are just for coins, then it's about time you learned their real purpose. In the mid-1800s, jeans were the preferred choice of pants from miners to railroad engineers because of how durable it was for rough use. One of the main pieces of equipment working men carried around with them was a pocket watch. So that little fifth pocket, also known as a watch pocket, was for the safekeeping of those breakable watches. The design has stuck since then, and while pocket watches are lost, people have found thousands of different uses for them, from storing coins to chapstick. The flip side of a lollipop. While having a lollipop, you have probably wondered what's that hole doing at the top of the candy. But turns out it literally holds the candy together. In the process of making candies, the stick is placed in the mold and then hot liquid candy is poured over it. The liquid seeps into the hole and fills it first, and when the candy hardens, the candy inside the hole works like a grip to keep the lollipop from falling off. It also doubles as a safety net for children and overzealous adults who swallow the stick. The holes on both ends of the lollipop stick allows air to flow, preventing suffocation. Half belts. Do you own a coat with half a belt on the back? Before it became a fashion trend, the half belt was actually designed to serve a real purpose. It was developed for men in the military who had oversized jackets that could be doubled as a blanket. Because of the sheer size of the jacket, they often had trouble walking. So the half belt was designed to gather the extra material and hold it in place, allowing the soldier to walk properly. Now, it's just a fashion trend that some find cool. The hole on your pan. Remember that hole on the end of your pan? People often use it to hang their pans on the walls. But do you know a secret use to this hole? It's to hold your spatula while you are cooking. People often have trouble keeping track of their utensils while cooking. They often dirty another dish or their counter by putting a used spatula on them. The hole on your pot doubles as a utensil holder. You can just slide your spatula into the hole and it'll stay upright, dripping into your pan instead of your stove. So the next time you are cooking, give this trick a try and see if it works for you. Tic Tac Secrets. If you are a fan of the famous breath freshener, then you need to know this trick. Remember the struggle of getting out exactly one Tic Tac at a time? Turns out it's easier than you think. Packaging of Tic Tacs provides the solution to this problem. The curved part of the Tic Tac cap has a mold built to dispense one mint at a time so that when you open the cap, there is exactly one mint waiting for you. The Extra Eyelet on your shoes. If you own sneakers, chances are you have spent a good amount of time staring at those extra eyelets trying to figure out what they are used for. Turns out they are there to serve a very important purpose. Those extra holes are used to create a heel lock or lace lock. This method is said to create extra grip between the laces at your ankle, providing a snug fit for your feet and preventing heel slippage during aggressive play. While it's a commonly used technique by athletes, we bet few non-athletic people knew about this. The number 57 on Heinz ketchup. We are all familiar with the struggle of thumping the end of a ketchup bottle to dispense sauce, so Heinz has included a secret technique in their glass ketchup bottles. That raised number 57 you see on the bottle is not there just for show. Heinz revealed that all you have to do is tap the number 57 and the sauce dispenses easily. No more backdoor thumping needed. It's an old trick, but according to Heinz, only 11% of the people are aware of this. Own a glass bottle of Heinz ketchup? Try this out. The hole in your pen cap. Your pen caps usually house a hole on the top, but did you know what it was there for? The hole is there to prevent suffocation if you accidentally swallow the cap. In case the cap gets stuck in your windpipe, the hole allows a small amount of air to pass in order to keep you alive till you reach the doctor. We sometimes leisurely chew on the pen cap, so incidents like this happen more often than you'd think. It's more of a safety precaution than a matter of design. Silica gel packets. Have you ever found small packets in your newly purchased item and wondered what it is? Chances are it's a silica gel packet. Silica gel is a desiccant. It absorbs water vapor and prevents the new item from damage. You'll find silica gel packets in anything that would be affected by excess moisture and condensation. Next time you find one of these, don't immediately throw them away. They can come quite handy if you ever wet your cell phone or need to keep your coffee jar moist-free. Just keep them away from your other packets. No matter how harmless they are, you don't want to end up drinking them. Spaghetti spoon hole. The spaghetti spoon you use to create some Italian goodness is actually more useful than you think. Have you ever noticed a small hole in the middle of the spoon? That's not there to drain water. The nifty hole in your spoon is actually there to measure the right serving size for spaghetti. The portion you can fit in your spoon is the right portion to serve someone. No need to make a haphazard guess anymore. This way you know exactly how much to make. No more soggy leftovers for you. Notebook margins. We bet everyone originally thought that the margins on your notebooks were there to help you count the lines you have written on a page, but that's not the case. The origins of the margins go way back and it has everything to do with protecting your notes from rats. Rodents love to snack on the notebook paper and they started munching from the outer edge. So manufacturers began to apply margins on the side and people started writing where the margins were drawn, leaving the outer edge empty. This way, even if the rats snacked on the outer edge of the paper, the main notes were safe. This was the best way to preserve their important notes back then, and somehow the design still stuck to this day. That was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. What new hidden use did you learn today? Which one absolutely blew your mind? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.